The Atlanta Hawks are up 2-1 against the New York Knicks. We are living in 2026 where CJ McCollum is carrying the Hawks in the clutch. The Atlanta Hawks have been one of the best teams past the trade deadline where they were like on 11-0 win streak. They were like bottom of the play-in, and then they jumped up to be in the playoffs without the play-in. Jalen Johnson almost got a triple-double. He's been remarkable this season. Kuminga went absolutely crazy this game, especially in the first quarter. He dropped 21 points. This is down bad for the Warriors and Steve Kerr right now. And then, of course, the finalists down there and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. This is a bad look for the Knicks. If they lose Game 4, I feel like they will not hear great things. I feel like Mike Brown has to be better. Karl-Anthony Towns has to be better, especially Mikal Bridges. I know everyone's saying he went for 5 unprotected first-round draft picks, 0 points in 21 minutes. Like, this series just got very interesting. I'm just curious to see what happens in Game 4. Does the Hawks continue this? We should see. Another interesting series that might get interesting, I think, is the Toronto Raptors, only because they have home court. I think they have the better home court advantage than Cleveland in this series. I think RJ Barrett just had his career game this one, having 33 points in his home country. Scotty Barnes went crazy. Brandon Ingram still not there yet, but definitely better than the last 2 games. Toronto Raptors were just making everything from beyond the arc. It was kind of crazy. James Harden and Donovan Mitchell did not show up this game, so maybe that's the reason why, of course, Toronto has won this game, but I'm curious to see, are they going to step up in next game? They probably might, so probably, of course, not a little worried at all, but if they lose next game, like a 3 out of 10 worriness. Nothing too much to say for this game right here, because probably not going to be worried for the Cavs, but Game 4 could be interesting. Now let's get to a game where we all thought will be the most exciting game of the night. So the Timberwolves put on a spanking against the Nuggets at home. Ayo Dosunmu went crazy off the bench. DiVincenzo, as usual. Anthony Edwards. Jaden McDaniels backed up what he said after those 2 post-conference interviews where they said all the Nuggets players are basically cones out there. And then there's Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle, who didn't even have that big of a game. But my MVP towards this game is Rudy Gobert. That defense on Nikola Jokic last night was great. Yes, Nikola Jokic almost had a triple-double during this game, but he went 7 for 26, 28, something like that. Rudy Gobert commented or said something the other day where he was like, he should have been in the finalists or at least won Defensive Player of the Year a few times that he didn't win, he was snubbed. But he definitely showing why he's one of the best defensive players, rim protection-wise, in this generation. It's crazy that a Nikola Jokic almost triple-double stat line is bad for him, and it's probably very good for other players. Yes, I know there's no Aaron Gordon for this series probably anymore, but that's a pretty big blow. And plus, you don't have Peyton Watson. So I think the series definitely shifted. If the Wolves win next game, then... because I think it's already a high panic mode for the Denver Nuggets, so... yeah.